Okay, let's see who's next then, shall we? Astro DJ gave me Oh Carolina. I think it was by Shaggy. Somebody likes somebody's moves. Big time. It's the Afro-Caribbean culture is mentioned as well. So let's see. Or it could be just your name's Caroline. Oh, you live in Carolina. Oh, magician, communication, miracles can happen. You have to stay positive. Gemini, communication, siblings, hands, arms, shoulders. Positivity. Your thoughts and words, spells, and make things happen. Oh, there's first. 1, 2. Oh, failure. You counted your chickens before they hatched, didn't you? You gloated over something, thinking you'd won and you haven't. You failed miserably. Or you feel like a failure. Possibly been meant to feel like a failure since you was a kid. Because Geminis do. Real or imagined, they feel slighted. You may have had bad information or bad upbringing. But there's a lot of lies and deceit in there. Possibly somebody's lied about their qualifications. A child, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child, or immature energy from you. Ending of a friendship, a marriage, or all you've ever believed in. Rebelling against government officials, institutions, school even. Don't like study, don't like being at school. Lack of faith in the religion even. You're binding yourself to money, material things. So you want to make money, you're not interested in learning, and you don't realise that the foundations of making what you want are in the learning. This is something bigger than you. It's about your upbringing. It wasn't very positive. It's about your school days maybe. Patience though. You've been waiting for that wave. You're going to ride that crest of the wave. Patience is a virtue. But yeah, there is probably child abuse, childhood issues, or problems with the children. You're going to have to be very, very patient. 6 months. But there is a green light here. So it's built on firm foundations. Whatever this study was, even if you failed, keep going. because if it's a 3-year course especially, it will pay off in the future. So keep at it. Spirit is saying you've got the green light, do what you will, but remember you have to face the consequences. A nightmare situation. Maybe this study hasn't gone to plan, and I'd be very surprised if it has in the last 2 years. So what you've got to do is damage limitation. Be patient, talk to your teachers, find out what you can do to change things, university, whatever you need to do to get back on track. Because they're saying whatever you think you failed at, you failed for a reason. Even if it's a nightmare situation, you failed because it wasn't for you. And you didn't have faith in it, and you didn't love it. So say you wanted to be a champion surfboarder, a surfer. But your mum and dad wanted you to go into the clergy. The last thing you wanted to do. But you went for it. And you shouldn't have. You should have gone for what you wanted. The green light. It may take a while for mum and dad to come round, like 3 years even. But eventually they'll see if they're any sort of parents, which these might not be from these cards, that you're happier. As long as you don't expect others to, enable you to do nothing and just play about with your boogie board. You've got to still finance yourself, but you should do what makes you happy, is all I'm saying. Okay? Can you see? She's attached to that board. Doesn't look like it, but she's got the little sock thing on. Can you see the strap that keeps you to her board? So she must be attached to that board in some way. So there's something that you really want to do for yourself, and you've just got to be patient, and it's not going to be easy, because nothing worth having is meant to be. And maybe you had kids and that stopped you having study. Maybe you got married and had a kid and decided to settle down, but now you're realising you want to go back to whatever that career or that dream was, and you've got the green light to do it. Nobody's stopping you, and nobody should stop you. Not the kids, not your partner, not your guilty feelings. Go back and do it, because you feel like you failed, because probably you got pregnant halfway through it. There's nothing to stop you picking it up again except your mindset. So maybe you didn't finish your studies, like I said, but now is the time to do so. Maybe you feel that you will be neglecting your kids if you do. Not so. If you're not a happy person, happy mother or father, you can't be a happy parent, you can't be a good parent. Again, it's reiterating, you feel like a failure. You feel like you should have been further on than you are. You should have studied more, you should have this, you should have that. So do it. End this chapter and begin a new one. And you're never too old, and you're never too young, and you're never too skint. There's always a way. So do it. You have to take action now. Stop putting things off until tomorrow. It will pay off within 3 years, I guarantee you. But you're at the dark night of the soul, and you've got to decide. And something about your childhood or your children is stopping you. You feel like it'll be an unstable home, that the kids will suffer in some way. Because maybe you did, because your mother was always out at work. Bullshit. You're not your mother. 9 years. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet. You may be wanting to be single, but you need to stand on your own 2 feet and stop relying on other people to provide for you. It's going to cause ruptions, you know that. It's going to cause arguments, because somebody wants to win at all costs. Somebody may be saying to you, you don't need money, I'll look after you. You come stay at home and look after the kids and be happy, but you feel trapped. Whatever it is, this chapter needs to end. It's time to start a new one. With them or without them. It's pretty much, you don't control them and they shouldn't control you, because somebody here is trying to control you, and they refuse to put the effort in or let you put any effort in. They don't want you to work, and they're making mountains out of molehills. Capricorn energy possibly. The goat, the tortoise, slow moving, steady energy, but it may be becoming suffocating for you. yes, it's stable financially, but it's not fulfilling, whatever it is. Maybe it's work, maybe it's home, but it's something connected to the past and the childhood. Yeah, you're not listening to spirit, you're only taking on board negativity. It's put somebody, you or someone else, in hell. You're not looking after yourself. You're not caring about what you put into your mouth or comes out of your mouth as in diet medication or words written or spoken. You don't see a future. You are right, Debbie Downer. 2 or 29, negative energy. And then we have a transformation needs to take place. You need to end this chapter and transform your energy. Scorpio, 13, positive energy. 21, positive energy. You can't, nobody can help you do this. You have to do it yourself. 18, the full moon. Last year is mentioned. Torn between 2 properties, 2 jobs, 2 people, 2 situations. Ping-ponging between looking after the kids and work. Whatever it is, there's something you need to do. Maybe you want to give up work and be at home with the kids. You feel isolated, half erased and alone. The 18th is negative. Full moon. A change needs to take place. Stop dwelling on the past. There's a lot of water on the bridge. You have to cross the bridge now, the proverbial bridge, because it's greener on the other side. Bird in a gilded cage. Something has to end. Perhaps a passing will bring this into to light, but it puts things in perspective when people pass, and you're holding a mirror up now, so you need to put your boundaries in place. The 12, the 4, negative energy. It's somebody taking you for granted, keeping you in limbo, or you taking others for granted and staying in limbo, helping when help isn't needed, because it's the guy that gives fire to people. And if you help the butterfly out of the cocoon, the wings aren't strong enough and they die. So somebody's taking away any need for you to put any effort in, or someone else put any effort in, by being a yes person, a people pleaser. It won't work. You need to put your boundaries in place and you need to say no. You are protected. There's an older Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly doctor, priest or lawyer involved. Professional advice. But he's detached enough to be able to sever ties if needed. And that's what you should be. Clear thinking. If there is a passing, then I'm very, very sorry, but it may lead you to have some financial independence where you can decide what you want to do with it. So don't let others try and take that inheritance away from you, because it's yours. It's not a family inheritance. It was meant for you. It's not the kids' inheritance. It was meant for you. Even if you spend it all on pottery courses, that is your money, your inheritance, and what your benefactor wanted you to spend it on. So too many people sacrifice themselves and spend it all on the kids or other people. You've got to make sure you get something out of it, because that's what they wanted. If they left you any money, it was for you to be able to escape and do what you truly enjoy. So siblings may be an issue. Maybe they're cheating you out of inheritance, something like that. There is somebody gone to hell and back through this situation. It's a nightmare. Don't dwell on it. If you're living in the past, you're depressed. If you're living in the future, you're anxious. Look after yourself first. Put yourself first. It is not in an egotistical way. It's not a selfish way. You are just self-preserving, looking after yourself. 25. Yeah, it's the Fool. So we had the Fool. Or was that not you? It's fear. It's feeling that fear and taking the risk and doing it anyway. Because you are not the perishable body, and neither is this person that passed. They're the eternal self. So they live on through you. And it's not going to be much of a life, is it, if you keep being the downtrodden waif or Cinderella in your own life. So it's time to move ahead with confidence, because you are rising. The first house in astrology begins with the ascendant, so your ascendant sign or your rising sign. The astrological constellation rising over the eastern horizon at the time of your chart is cast. In the natural chart, the ascendant represents the moment you were born. Like the sun and moon, the first house is one of the most important parts of a horoscope. The first house represents your physical appearance, how your body works, and where your strengths and weaknesses lie. It's the beginning to everything. The first house is also the mask that everyone sees first. Although the first house is a house of self, it's also the person you project, and it's how you relate to the world first. It means you will soon be feeling your own strength, and although you may feel natural to take over a situation and assert your power, you need to pull back some. Disconnect. Try not to control or dominate certain situations, because it will backfire. More positively, people may feel comfortable now with you as their leader, so let them come to you and won't mind following your lead. It's important that you don't abandon your goals now out of boredom, because presently you will start things with great gusto, but you must follow up. You need to finish the things that you start. It's about your image. How you come across to others is of utmost importance now and bears greatly on your success. So you need to tidy yourself up. Maybe have a makeover, an hairdo, tidy clothes. Perhaps you may opt for a new look, and indeed this can have a bearing on how successful you will be. The seventh house of partnerships is a good omen regarding relationships of all kinds. And don't go telling me that you've got no decent clothes and stuff like that. Charity shops do decent clothes. Depends how proud you are. Stop being prideful and start looking after yourself. It can mean relationships are about to mature or become more serious. Marriage may be on the cards, but not if you look like a down and out. Relationships are about to mature and become more serious. Marriage may be on the cards, and it may mean that you're transitioning to a better place, yes. Concerning other people in general. As the first house, it is also about physical body. It's important to pay attention to your health and the signals that your body's sending you. So like I said, what have you put into your body lately and what comes out of your body? And that includes when you go to the toilet, notice what it's like and if there's any irregularities. Or if you're being sick, don't dismiss these little things. It's about honouring your gifts. Your soul and the first house. It's all about the physical body. Health signals your body is sending you. Your body is your ultimate container and the first place that your soul passes into. It speaks of beginnings and starting anew. It also implies the time to honour your gifts of being distinct. It also suggests a position of leadership. When this card turns up in a reading, it may be time to defend something and you don't feel like you can defend yourself. Perhaps it's your reputation, your authentic self, or your chosen life path because you feel, like I said, a failure, or you've been told so many times that you're a failure. You may be challenged where you must stand up for your convictions and for yourself. You could have conflicts with certain authority figures and thus need to go to some extra measures to keep a cool head and be patient in any given situation. Don't lose your shit. This card marks a period of being tested or challenged and indicates who you are and who you will become, whatever is implied by the rest of the cards. You must soon face an issue and it must be met head on. All in all, the first thing to consider with this card is how healthy you are, your stamina, and your role as a leader, or just as a person who's about to start something significant. Always look at the surrounding cards. So this is a really important, whether you like it or not, decision in your life. What comes next, quite directly and unexpectedly, is what will determine your future. So it's feel the fear and do it anyway. Appearance, the subject of your question, the way you come across to others, beginnings, new projects, new starts, the body, the face that you show to the world. New haircut perhaps, new clothes, whatever it is, present yourself well. Yeah, you have to get clear and communicate well. Angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is the divine one. Allow the wisdom of your heart to radiate out and dissolve that chatter in your mind, that mental prison. Know that your angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. But you have to sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. And then you can shine a pure, clear light into every area of your life. In the clarity of that light, the angels will reveal a new way of being to you, a better way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make a decision from strength and clarity, because at the moment you're not. Your mind needs to be quiet, still and clear. No more confusion. Think positively. Virgo, 11th house of, I hope that's not Pluto. Venus. So, 11th house. It's getting out into society. It's Aquarius energy. It's not dimming your light to fit in. It's finding your tribe. It's issues with the legs and ankles, your social and tribal circles, gatherings and workplace. The colour deep yellow, group activities, society, friends, hopes, wishes and dreams, aspirations and your social consciousness, all connected to your wishes and dreams coming true. So, Virgo in Venus. So it's about love, I believe. Virgo in Venus desires perfection. Reserved, sensuous, controlled and critical of his or her partner. If you do that, you're going to come unstuck. Venus in Virgo overanalyzes feelings, falls cautiously in love and is attracted to the perfect partner. Nobody's perfect, and neither are you. So don't demand what you can't give yourself, is what I'm saying. You're going to have to sort this issue out, because it may be damaging to either you, your kids, or someone else. But it's not a good idea. You need to get yourself healthy, and you need to learn to communicate. Thanks for listening. Bye.